Guys, it is November 7th, so you already know what this means. I don't know when you're gonna see this video, but today we have an urgent matter. I have to go to Barnes & Noble because I already ordered Iron Flame today. And it was supposed to be downstairs waiting for me after I got out of work. But you know what? Amazon decided to change the move-in date to Saturday instead of today, which is Tuesday. So now we are going to Barnes & Noble to go get our book. I could not wait a day. I'm so excited to read it. Also, side note, this is a little hack that I do to make sure that my makeup doesn't mess up my clothes. I put a shower cap on my face.
What?
It's a little scary. It's kind of like a near-death experience, but it works every time. I do not advocate for other people to do it because it is nuts, but it works for me.
This is the worst.
So anyway, we are headed to Barnes right now to go get the book that I had to save while I was at work. Let's go. Also, you better like and subscribe because who else, what other booktuber is going the day Iron Flame came out? Hopefully no one. But it's me, okay? Like and subscribe. I love you. Come on. Okay, we got the goods. Look at how pretty she is. I'm so freaking excited. I'm like way too excited for this. But she's a little thick, I'm not gonna lie. She's much thicker than Iron Flame. It's 623 pages, y'all. We ain't going to sleep today. Buckle your seatbelts. It's gonna be a long day. The fact that we're about to start a 600+ page book at the good old time of 5:04 p.m. on a Tuesday? Y'all need to stop me. I am unhinged. I have work tomorrow. I usually get up at 5 a.m. and I'm just breaking my schedule for a book. And I wouldn't change it, okay? I cannot wait to read this. This thing is literally gorgeous. Look at how pretty. The dust cover, mwah, mwah, absolutely amazing. But when you take her off, she's different. So this is her without the dust cover. Amazing. And then you open it and there's the map. Shut up. Shut up right now. So freaking cute. I can't wait. The foreword says, "To my fellow zebras, not all strength is physical." Why is she talking about me like that? Also, it says, Iron Flame is a non-stop thrilling adventure fantasy set in the brutal and competitive world of a military college for dragon riders, which includes elements regarding war, psychological, physical torture, imprisonment, intense violence, brutal injuries, perilous situations, blood, dismemberment, oh okay, burning, murder, death, animal death, graphic language, loss of family, grief, and sexual activities that are shown on the page. Rebecca, was she holding back and forth me? Ciao, that are shown on the page. Readers who may be sensitive to these elements, please take note and prepare to join the revolution. I mean, at least she warned us, right? Ooh, there's illustrations. I already like this a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I do like this a lot. Okay, we need to stop wasting time and start reading. Okay, let me get my headphones. But first, here's a word from today's sponsor, which is Wild. Wild is a really cool, sustainable lifestyle and self-care company where you can customize different products like your deodorant and your body wash. Now, this deodorant smells so good and it's all natural. It's super sustainable. You can reuse this container and it also has my initials on it. I love that for me. But you can also have your own too. All you have to do is use the code in the link in my description. It's Kalila D and you'll get 30% off your subscription. They have a really flexible subscription service where you can pause, cancel, or change your subscription at any time, and it delivers your self-care goods like your deodorant and your body wash right to your door worldwide. So that's just incredible, and they stand for something. This company allows you to reuse these containers to change the scents that you have so you can try all of their different options, and I'm telling you, I have not gotten a scent that I did not like, which is amazing. Like, I absolutely love that, and I think that you would really love it too. So again, I highly recommend you checking out Wild and using my code down below for 30% off your subscription, especially for the holiday season. Thank you again for Wild for sponsoring this portion of the video. It's already so good. I'm literally only 50 pages into the book. I think it took me a while, the first few pages, to like remember what was going on in the last book, but about page 20, I am back in. I remember why I loved Fourth Wing so much, and I am already hooked. Their banter, It is doing what it needs to do. And I'm actually like laughing in this book too. I forgot that they were funny. And I really, really love how they talk and communicate to their dragons. I completely forgot about that from the last book. And it's very cool. It's very cool. I'm back into it. And guys, I might be a fantasy girly. The way this book is hitting, I know we're only 50 pages in and I'm already like putting in way too much energy. What it's giving the feels, it's giving what it needs to give. So I'm very, very happy. And I put the dust cover back on just because it was so pretty. Like the regular black book is fine, but we just need it all right now. We need to be at 110 and this is 110. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, let's stop wasting time. It is currently 7:26 and we're only 50 pages in. I am gonna be so tired tomorrow. It's not even funny, but I have no regrets. I'm not gonna lie, I have no regrets. I know I have a job tomorrow. I know I'm a full-grown adult, but I'm using my time wisely. I feel like in the end, I'm gonna be happy with how I use my time. So don't shoot the messenger. We have two things to talk about. I'm almost 100 pages in. Let me find the evidence. The quote, "Secrets die with the people who keep them." And the way they're using it right now, crazy. I'm talking about page 87, but we're past that, we're past that. Let's also talk about page 94 when Xaden, I don't think this is a spoiler, but when they start exchanging handwritten letters. Swooning, I am swooning. This is crazy. I'm only 94 pages in and it is currently 9:18. So we've got a long night ahead of us, very long night, but I'm committed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already feeling a little bit tired, but that's okay because I ate dinner, I rallied a little bit, and I think I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. Not that I need the extra energy, because this book is providing the energy we need. But I don't wanna be groggy and I don't wanna miss any details. So I feel like I am gonna make a cup of coffee a little bit later. But right now, we can keep this party going. Just on vibes alone. We're almost 200 pages in and I love the side characters. I'm not going to tell you too much, but there was this portion where Violet was kind of just being annoying about one of her viewpoints and Imogen put her in her place, was saying everything you as the reader was saying, and books rarely do that, and I was living for it. I was so happy. She was basically just saying, cut the crap. We all know that you love him. You're mad at him about this certain thing, but baby, it really doesn't matter. And that's exactly what I was thinking. She just said it for me. You love to see it. Because I thought there was going to be like some miscommunication, and y'all know how much I hate that. But Miss Rebecca, she's on it with this book. So far, there's only been one scene that hasn't been perfect for me, and that's just because I don't like excessive spice. And there's just something Xaden said that I was like, gave me the ick real bad. But everything else is really, really good. So I'm enjoying myself, but I am feeling a little bit tired, so I made myself a cup of coffee that I left in the living room. Give me a second. Here it is, but my excitement is keeping me up. Yes, I know I have to go to work tomorrow. You don't have to keep telling me that I'm being irresponsible because we're enjoying it over here, okay? I got the music going. I'm reading such a good book. I need to know what's gonna happen. We're still working on vibes. I feel like maybe 2 hours from now, we might be coming down, so we might need a little bit more morale, but right now, thriving. Okay, I was about to start, but then I realized there was something else I wanted to tell you. So while I'm reading it, you know how we figured out that Xaden was writing her letters, right? And I love that for her. I love that she's experiencing that kind of like obsession from the man of her dreams. But why can't we read the letters? She's talking about how happy it's making her. I want to be happy. I want to be obsessed more than I already am. Rebecca. Miss Yarros, you knew better. You knew that the girlies would have wanted the letters. That's my only qualm about the book so far. But we're still gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I feel like we should at least get one letter and then I'll be okay. I won't even be mad anymore. So hopefully that is the case. I'm talking to y'all like I don't have 400 more pages to read. Let me shut up. The way page 239 is a literal jump scare. I don't even know how to compute what I just read. What? This is nuts. I don't know where this story is going from here, but I do need to tell you guys. It is currently 3:24 in the morning and I have work in a few hours and we're only halfway done with the book. So we're just gonna keep trying to read as much as possible until I have to go to work. This was one of the worst, most impromptu, not well thought out ideas I've had in a very long time, and I know I'm about to feel the repercussions, but right now I'm feeling okay. I did get tired in the middle of it, that's why it took me a little bit longer to read, and I also feel like this is a very large book. Like, it's very tall and she's very thick and it's just jump scare after jump scare, anxiety after anxiety inducing event. So here I am at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday morning. I've been trying to like figure out what's gonna happen, but I just realized I'm bad at that. Like, I don't know, I'm just here for the ride. I'm gonna treat it like a movie. I'm not gonna try to predict anything. It kind of takes the fun out of it anyway, at least for me. So I'm here for the ride. That was nuts though. It's 6:24 in the morning. I didn't sleep at all. But we are 315 pages in, so not to brag. I am exhausted. I have to start work at 10 a.m. And am I gonna prepare for work? No, I'm just gonna keep reading until the very last minute and hope for the best. I'm gonna like take a quick shower, wash my face. This makeup has been on since yesterday morning. Disgusting, I know. If my skin decides to break out, I would deserve it. But honestly, worth it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It was definitely worth it. So far, I really love the fact that she's always brave and courageous, but it's not bravery in the absence of fear. She's constantly afraid. She's constantly feeling like that knee-jerk reaction whenever she's put in these impossible situations. But what makes her so like just that girl, like makes me want to root for her, is the fact that she feels this fear constantly and she works through it. She's like who I want to be. That is so cool to me. And I love that Xaden is always there and like he has the bad boy energy, but he cares. It's doing what it needs to do. After reading all of those thrillers and scary books for the past 2 months, it's so nice to just root for a romance, you know? I mean, a lot of stuff goes on in this too. There's definitely murder, but it's a lighter way to intake that kind of material, you know what I mean? But I did not expect it to take me this long to just read 315 pages. Guys, we're only halfway through. I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're supposed to do from now on. I'm just gonna try my best, continue to read as much as possible, but I don't think we'll finish before I have to go to work, which sucks. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna start a timer. I'm just gonna read for an hour straight, and then we'll reassess the situation from there. I am literally sobbing. Page 323. She went through so much and she deserved page 323. I'm literally sobbing. Oh my god, why? Why did it take so long? I need a second. My girl Violet, she deserves the world She has been through so much. And you're telling me this is only book 2 out of a 5-part series? I can't take anymore. I literally can't take anymore. When will it end? When will she have some type of peace? It's so up and down all the time. Like, can she have one day, 1 week? And then we're like only halfway through the book. What else is gonna happen? I can't take this anymore. And then I'm gonna have to wait how long for the next book? Can you tell it's been a few days? You see something different? It's actually been a week. I was supposed to finish the book. Listen here, this is what happened. This is what happened. Wait a second. So we stayed up that whole night reading that book, right? Amazing, good time, sleep deprived, everything. We rallied the next day. I slept as soon as I got home after that. And then I was like, we still got half a book left? I don't know about that. And then I already had my hair scheduled for the weekend. So I was just like, this seems like a problem for next week's Kalila. And here's next week's Kalila. So we're gonna pick up exactly where we left off. But first, a little hair appreciation. All right, so I thought it was time for a new location. We have not filmed in here in a while. Also, I noticed you guys always ask me what do I listen to while I read. I have a Japanese playlist that I made. I don't know if some of you guys are new here, but if you are, I'm learning Japanese currently, so I often listen to Japanese music. It's like Japanese pop, it's really good. And so I have a playlist and I just play that on loop every single time I read a book. It just keeps me from dozing off or not paying attention, and it's also words that I don't always understand, so it keeps me focused. So I personally like it. Sometimes I'll listen to lo-fi that matches the mood of the book, but as of right now I'm listening to J-pop. So we still have half a book left. She made this thing super thick. I don't know, maybe she just wanted to hold us over until her next book comes out, but dang, it's like double the size of Fourth Wing. There's this one Japanese song that's stuck in my head. It's called Night Dance by Imase, I think, and it's so good. That and Tokyo Flash. Tokyo Flash is really good, but that's by a different artist. So if you also listen to J-pop, there you go. All right, let's do this. Alright, I'm on page 412. We only have 200 pages left. Amazing. But I have to tell you something, okay? I'm enjoying it. It's still a good book. It is still a good book. But I'm realizing the politics in this book is so much more detailed and convoluted than it was in Fourth Wing. For me, I feel like Fourth Wing was so easy to follow, especially as someone who's very new to fantasy. It was so easy to follow. Everything made sense to me. I could follow the storyline easily. I understood why she was fighting for certain things and things like that. But this one, it's like getting into the thick of it, and sometimes I feel like I'm getting lost and all the names of all the places, of all the important people, and it's kind of taking away from the story for me. So I don't know if it's just me and because I'm not experienced enough with the fantasy genre, or if this book is just super detailed, which is kind of sad because I'm not as excited as I was when I was reading Fourth Wing, but it's still good and I'm still invested, if not even more invested in this book because I have the whole backstory of Fourth Wing. Regardless, I am going to take a break for today and we'll try to read again tomorrow. Oyasumi nasai. We did it. I finally finished Iron Flame. It took me forever for so many reasons. First of all, she's thick. This is 600 plus pages and it did not have to be 600 plus pages. I gave Fourth Wing 4.5 stars, I believe, and this did not live up to Fourth Wing, unfortunately. I gave this 3.5 stars. I don't know what it was. I was super excited in the beginning, but I've had a few days to reflect on my opinion of the book, and I just have to say, it feels almost rushed. I felt like she put a bunch of drafts together and some ideas that she had and just threw them together. It wasn't very well executed, and that's so disappointing because I really enjoyed Fourth Wing. It was my first real experience with fantasy, so I just expected this to live up to the hype too. And she just, I don't know, it felt like she was just trying to draw out the story, first of all, just to have more opportunity to write more books. And then it also felt like she didn't fully think through her thought process. Like, there were so many different things that developed and there were so many new parts of the story, and it just got so complicated and convoluted. It just took the joy out of what I initially felt for it. Because when I initially started reading it, I was so excited because I loved Fourth Wing and I just thought that this would be an extension of that. And it kind of was. I mean, it definitely had some parts where I was completely invested in the story and there were certain things that I absolutely loved reading about, but she overdid it. It was just too much. It just felt like she couldn't commit to some stories, and there was just some stories that absolutely did not have to be there. Like chapters worth of stories that did not have to be there. And I'm like, girl, what are we talking about right now? Like, there's bigger things that we need to be discussing. And it just felt like almost a money grab. I think Fourth Wing just did so well and she just wanted to keep that hype going, but it was to her detriment because it was just overdone. It was just too much. She was overzealous with the details, and it's really disappointing because I hate when people do that. Like, sometimes movies, like the last season of The Office, everyone knows you don't watch the last season of The Office because it just ruined the story. All the rest of The Office was literally perfect, but that last season, when they already knew everyone loved them, it just felt like disingenuous, and that's how this book felt. I'm not just done with the series. I'm gonna give it another shot if I read the third one, or if she comes out with the third one in a year or two, I might give it a shot, but I'm not gonna be running to the store like I was for this one. I will say a lot of new juicy details come out in the book, and there are some like jump scares and things that you don't expect at all, and some parts where I was genuinely really invested, but it was just a little too much. And there was one thing that really bothered me. It was the fact that they kept arguing over the same thing for 600 pages. And it even gets to points where her friends or the secondary characters are literally saying what you're thinking as the reader. And she's like, yeah, I know she's right, but let me keep talking about it anyway. Like, what are we talking? That's what I mean when I feel like it was a money grab, because you obviously see how ridiculous this narrative is. You already see how ridiculous this argument is. You already see what the reader is thinking. And we're still gonna talk about it for 600 pages? Crazy, crazy. So again, it was a good book. 3.5 stars is not bad, but it did not stand up to the hype of Fourth Wing. And that's kind of a bummer. Y'all, she had me in the first half. She had me in the first half. She had me speeding down the road just to go to Barnes & Noble to go get her book. And then, I don't know. I'm a little upset about that. But regardless, it was a good time. I'm so glad I was able to read it with you guys. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy this chaotic video as much as I enjoyed doing it. And I guess I'll just see you in the next video. Love you. Bye. Mwah. Pew, pew, pew.